On this movie, we will see the new interface of the Auto3P parts trade service. In this case, we are logged in as one of the suppliers, the MOB. This is the parts trade service directory, main directory. In order to see the files, the last files that I worked with, I can click on the recent button, and to see the 30 files that are relevant for us, the last one, I can look for a specific filter to search for a specific file if I want, by the date, 30 days, by some reference code, or by predefined filters of requests, quotes, order, etc. The filter can be defined in this screen. Here I have the status of the file. I can choose whether I want to see the active files or also others, and the type of the request or order. In this case, I can choose the right filter that I would like to see. After I define the filter, I can click on the button, and I can see all the new requests for my 30 days in this case. Another way to work with the system is to see if in the mail system, in the mail, we have also some notification. It can be either in the internal mail of the Horizon system or in the external mail, in the Outlook. In this case, I can see also that I have a new notification for a new request for information. I click on it, I can see here all the details about this request and the vehicle model definition. If I would like to see all the details about this request, I can go inside the document. In this case, now I will see the full details of this request. Over here we see the details of the parts request, code, reference, the plate number, it's the same in this case, some VIN code that comes from the buyer vehicle detail, the model, and some comments if there are any. In this place of the screen, I can see the full items, list of items that they want information about, if I have in my stock as a supplier. I can now respond for this request by clicking on the part item. If I want to see some more details, I can see by choosing this menu, and I see the full details of this part. Catalog number, model, the type of the part, etc. If I want now to add a new quote for this part, if I have it in stock, I can just click on it and choose this item menu. In this case, it will open a new screen where I can put all the description and the details about my part. I can add also some image if I have of a specific part. In this case, I can put from bumper and upload it into the server. I can look for a specific code if it's my catalog number, or look in the multi-price to see whether we have the price inside. I can choose the type of the part I have, if it's OE, original, or aftermarket, the quantity, my price, my quoted price. In this case, I will put this cost. The discount is predefined in the system by the agreement, but we can change it, of course, manually. Retail price, if you want to put also, we can make it here. And delivery time and the policy of the delivery. 2 hours it will be, and pick up by the supplier, delivery by the supplier. I can put also some remarks. Delivery by supplier. And I can add my quote into this request. Where I have a picture, image of this part, I can look here on this icon and see which is the picture I put. The same thing I will do for all the rest, all the parts. Also for the hood, I can get inside and put the exact details for this part. If this is original, I can leave it original, and I can put the same policy and put some remarks if I want. If I don't have anything in stock, I can either not respond for this request, just leave it empty, or I can write down some comments inside. I can say that this part, the right fender, I don't have in stock, so I just write down some notification in the comments, in the remarks. This is that the buyer will see that in this case we don't have this part. Okay, after we finish this, we will wait for the order from the buyer itself. After a while, in order to see the incoming orders, I can look in the main directory of the parts trade and click on the new order filter button. In this case, I will have the list of all the orders that are coming to my directory. As you can see, we have 4 new orders. Another way is to wait in the mail system and to see whether we are getting a new notification about new orders. As you can see over here, we have a new notification for order with all these details, and I can go directly from the mail to the document. When I go inside, I can see that from the 3 parts I've had in the request, I got an order of 2 parts, the hood and the front bumper. This is the order ID, or the reference number, and all the details about this order, and I can now reply and set the status of this order that the buyer will see in his log. When I'm clicking on the set status button, I have some option: in process, delivered, or not to be supplied. In this case, when clicking on the V, it will be in process, will be arriving. I can write down some text: in 1 hour. I can update the stock if it's connected to my stock system, and I can click OK. Now it will appear in the log either of mine, of the supplier, and the buyer will see the same thing. I can go back to the parts trade and deal with the other orders that I have. To follow up the order of the process, I can click on the follow up orders button over here, which is my filter in this case. I can see that my order that came from the buyer has been responded and the order was received in this status. I can click and open this record and see the exact log inside with all the comments inside. This is how the circuit is closed and the order was received by the buyer. Now the status should be closed.